all in today's my class. In today's class, I will start a new chapter of our civics book, that is chapter 3, Parliamentary Government and the Union Executive. Okay, so what you will learn in this chapter? So you will learn why India has a parliamentary form of government and about the composition of the Union Legislature and Union Executive. And at last, in this chapter, you will learn about the structure and functions of the Indian civil services, civil service. Okay. So before talking of the before talking of the Parliament and Union Executive, let us understand the form and nature of the Indian government. The structure of the Indian government can be understood by the following flowchart. So first, government. So government of India is divided into three parts. Okay. So first is executive. Second is first is executive. Second is legislative, and third is judiciary. Okay. Third is judiciary. So India is a form of parliamentary government. It is a form of government in which the executive is responsible and answerable to the legislative. Okay, so that is meaning of parliament. I again repeat, what is parliament? So parliament, India is a form of parliament government, and meaning of parliament is a form of government in which the executive is responsible and answerable to the legislative. It is also called the cabinet government due to the concentration of executive power in the cabinet. The executive is a part of the legislative. So I hope all have understood well meaning of parliament. So parliamentary system, democratic form of government in which the party means or a coalition or parties with the greatest representation in the parliament or legislature forms the government its leader becoming prime minister or chancellor. Executive functions are exercised by members of the parliament with an appointment by the prime minister to the cabinet. The parties in the minority serve to opposition to the majority and uh, have the duty to challenge it regularly. Okay. And executive functions are exercised by members of the parliament appointed by the prime minister to the cabinet. The parties in the minority serve in opposition to the majority and have the duty to challenge it regularly. Prime minister may be removed from power whenever they lose the confidence of a majority of the ruling party or of the parliament. The parliamentary system originated in Britain and was adopted in several of its former colonies. So I hope all of you understood the introduction about this chapter. So let's start first topic of in this chapter. So that is why a parliamentary form of government? So parliamentary form of government means India has a parliamentary form of government in the federal structure because this system is comparatively better in the matter of responsibility. Hence, the executive is answerable to the legislature. In this system, the president remains the formal head of the administration, but actual power are exercised by executive or council of ministers. There is a good coordination between executive and legislature in parliamentary form of government. So next I will explain you federal structure in India. Okay. So uh, federal India. So that is divided into two parts. Okay. First is executive. Okay. And second is legislature. Okay. Legis. Okay. In executive part, we will discuss about president, prime minister, okay, and council of last council of ministers. All are part of executive federal structure in India. Okay, and under legislature, we read about parliament. Okay, and in this system, we read about president, Lok Sabha, and last Rajya Sabha. Okay, I hope you all understood that federal structure in India. So next, I will explain legislature structure in India. So first, in legislature structure in India, I will discuss about president. Okay, so the president is the part of both executive and legislature because all the bills passed by the parliament become laws only when signed by the president. Okay, so that's reason the president is the part of both executive and legislature. Okay, so I again repeat, the president is the part of both executive and legislature because all the bills passed by the parliament become laws and laws only when signed by the president. The president enjoy all the executive power given by the the Constitution. He summons the sessions of the Parliament and addresses the first session of the Parliament. So, the President of India is an integral part of the Union Parliament. The Parliament of the Union Government is competent to legislate on all matters that are enumerated in the Union list and the concurrent list of the Constitution. Union Executive implements the law passed by the Parliament. The Union Executive consists of the President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Okay. So, next I will tell you about Indian Parliament. So, Parliament is the supreme legislative body of India. The Parliament has the power of making law on union and concurrent list in our country. In the concurrent list, the Parliament and the state legislatures have joint jurisdiction. However, in case of conflict over any law made under the concurrent list, the union law will prevail upon the state law. Like this parliament had more power in making the law for the country. The Indian parliament comprises of President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It has two houses. Rajya Sabha means Council of State and Lok Sabha means House of the People. So I hope all of you understood well all things of today's video. Next topic of this chapter we will discuss in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.